This brings us to the very interesting topic of UFOs. And I'm delighted to have Della with me, and I'm going to ask her about her experience of UFOs and what they might be. Della, it's lovely to be able to talk to you about this very interesting topic. And could you begin by describing for us what you saw?
Yeah. Well, lovely to be here. Thank you, Lionel. What I saw, I'd gone to Stonehenge to the summer solstice.
Right.
And a few of us were camped out in the centre of the stones, underneath the stars, waiting for the sunrise.
Yes.
And what happened was, I was lying on my back watching the stars, and I saw what looked like a white star moving towards us, getting nearer and nearer. Then it stopped directly above, and then at a right angle, it suddenly shot off in the other direction. A complete right angle. I was hoping somebody else saw it, because I was like, oh no, I hope I'm not the only one. And I heard this couple on the grass near me saying, what on earth was that? So we spoke to each other with our theories, and they were saying, well, it couldn't have been a satellite because they continue in a circuit.
Yes, they do.
And this did a direct right angle. And then we were joking. I was saying, well, maybe Stonehenge is kind of like a marker for them.
Right.
You know how we have motorways? And
yes.
It could be a kind of a UFO motorway sign.
Yes, I like that idea.
That was the theory at the time. And the thing is, I hoped to see it again, and I did. I saw it one more time, and it did a similar pattern. Just before the sun was coming up, it appeared again, and I was so happy to see it again. And it did the same thing. It did the right angle.
And then went off at this right angle for the second time.
And you would think it was a moving star, the way it was moving. And it stopped. It hovered directly above us for a few seconds.
Yes.
And then shot off. Directly above us.
That's a truly exciting and very interesting experience.
It was. Especially at Stonehenge.
Yes. And there have been a great many sightings of UFOs over a long period, and they've been seen by sensible and reliable witnesses. And what do you think they really are? What might they be?
Well, one of my theories is that humankind destroyed itself at some point, and possibly some of the survivors went inside the earth and continued to advance their technologies, the survivors. Meanwhile, the other humans are just developing from scratch. This is just my own little theory. So we've got to this stage now from scratch. They're possibly millions of years ahead of us. They could be from the inner earth. That's something that resonates with me as a top contender. But there's other possibilities of other dimensions, other worlds. I think it's all possible.
Yeah, there are so many. You're absolutely right. There are so many very exciting, wonderful possibilities about who or what they might be. Do you think they're actually crewed and flown by intelligent living beings and like us, as you suggested? Or do you think they've got robots inside them? They're doing it by remote control?
Possibly both.
Yes, I mean, as we do now with aircraft.
Exactly. Yes. The mothership and the sending out the little scouting drones.
Another theory that has been put forward is that they might be time travelers rather than space travelers.
Right.
Do you think there is any possibility that a really advanced science could conquer time in that way?
I think it's possible.
Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, and also the inner earth theory of an advanced society, in a sense, they would be time travelers.
Yeah, they would. In that sense, yes, they would. They had been highly developed before. They had to go down into the centre of the earth for safety. What is really interesting there is that if I'm remembering correctly, Jules Verne wrote a book called Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Right.
And he, brilliantly imaginative, brilliantly intelligent, I'm just wondering whether he had made any contact with some of those who were there, which had inspired that exceptionally good story that he wrote.
Maybe.
That he might have disguised fact as fiction.
That's possible.
And
yeah,
if they are other beings, either, you know, from the past, as you've suggested, which is very reasonable, what are their motives in coming up? Do they want to meet with us, or are they observing us?
I would think they're observing us, and they're a bit concerned that we might destroy the planet, which is possibly their home as well.
Yes.
They're keeping an eye on the children.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And a bit like the cargo cults, you know?
Yes.
From way back in the jungles.
Ah, yes.
The indigenous people would see the aircraft flying over, and they treated them as gods.
Yes,
that's so to right. Us, it's the same thing. We can't quite understand what they are.
It's something beyond us, and it's, in one sense, it's inspirational, isn't it?
I think so.